Hello friends, in this video I want to explain how to create this kind of connections between any kind of 3D software with ComfyUI. Here this is my 3D view and this is a render that is made with ComfyUI. This is a floating window that I am placing that here. Okay, I can move in the 3D space and I can take a screenshot and send a screenshot to ComfyUI. ComfyUI automatically receives the new screenshot, and after that it will try to process the input screenshot with ControlNet and some other models, and after some seconds the render with new view is ready for us. Okay, this is my workflow, and in this workflow, this is my total workflow. I will try to explain all the steps one by one. Also in this workflow, I can select a design style and the render will be down same as the style. So it can help the people that are working in interior design. Okay, so let me change the design style and cue the prompt. Let me change this window and make it smaller. Okay, cue prompt. This time it's trying to generate the render with that style. Let me close the floating window. Okay, the result is ready and you can see the render. Okay, so let me tell you that what you need for creating this workflow. Okay, at first you have to install extension on ComfyUI with the name of MixLab Nodes. So go to the manager, go to install custom, search for mix and install the ComfyUI MixLab nodes. This extension is providing many useful nodes, but in this workflow only I am using 2 nodes of this extension. The first one is load image from path. Okay, it can load a screenshot from a directory that I am pointing at, and it can automatically check the directory for making any change. So each time that it is receiving some changes, again it will load the image automatically and start the queue. So this node is very useful because it can take a file path and also it has a watcher. Okay, the second node that is very useful from this extension is floating window. Okay, this node. If you click here and select picture in picture, okay, then you can see that you have the final result on a floating window. And when you are going to your 3D software, you can see this, and for example you can place the floating view anywhere that you like. And you can see here, if I change my camera view and get a new preview, in this preview it's trying to save a JPG file in my hard drive, and after that the extension automatically will be loaded. You can see it here, the new preview, and it's starting to extract some lines, some normal information and some depth information, and after that, okay, it's the render. And if I minimize my Google Chrome, I can see that something like this. So sometimes I think it can provide some idea and inspiration for 3D designers and also interior or exterior designers, and totally it's very powerful. This is another test. Here in this file you can see everything is very simple, and I spent 1 or 2 minutes to make this 3D file. And also in this case I can send a screenshot, save a screenshot from this view, and after that you can see the render. Or if I change the camera view here, okay, this is my second screenshot. You can, after some seconds, you can see the render, and it was the style that I was selected for my render. Okay, it's ready, and you can see. Also in ComfyUI, if I do some change on my control net and change the range of line art and normal, and add some range to the depth control net and do another queue, you can see that it can do the interior design for us with more creativity. Okay, it's on processing. Okay, it's ready. And here there are some style reference that I have collected in the folder. And this time, for example, I want to select this wooden kitchen as the design style. So I have to open my ComfyUI and drag my design style here. I'm using the IP adapter and Q prompt. This time it's trying to design this bedroom based on this image. Okay, so okay, it's ready. And also we can place our reference here. You can see that it's very similar. Okay, so in ComfyUI, I want to explain to you that how you can to create this workflow in ComfyUI. At first, I told you that you have to install the MixLab node, and you should use the load image from path, this node, and you should save your screenshots from any 3D software in a specific folder. You should place the name of the folder here, and after that enable the watcher. Don't forget about the watcher, it's very important. After that, here you can see that I am using 3 different kind of control net models. The first one is line, the second one is normal, and the third one is depths. About the depths, I am using the new preprocessor with the name of depths anything, and it can provide the 3 different model for processing the depths. If you have powerful GPU, you can select with L. And for control net model for the depths, I'm using the loose control net. Okay, you can download this control net from install model. Here you can search for depths. and you can find the control net for depths here. Okay, control net, box depths, loose control, FP16. Okay, it's very important. Okay, let's dive into the workflow. At first, I want to explain the key features of this workflow, and after that, I will try to provide more explain on other parts. Okay. As I told you, the first feature in this workflow is looking to the MixLab node extension that you should install on the ComfyUI, and you have to use this node for automatically loading the screenshots in your folders. For example, this is the folder that I have, and every time that I am placing a new file in this folder, this node can detect that because the watcher here is enabled. Okay, so automatically it can detect there is some change in the image, and again it's trying to load the new image, and automatically it will start the queue. This node is very, very important. After that, for making the floating window, again I'm using the floating video MixLab node, and if I click here I can select the picture in picture, and I can have this floating window, and I can resize that. So if you minimize your Chrome, still you can have the floating window. So at first these two nodes are very important in this workflow. After that, here you can see that I am trying to load my checkpoint. After that, I have 3 different control nets with preprocessors, line, normal, and depths. Okay. About the depths, it's very important to know that I am using this model control net, the box depths. Okay, it's very important to know that, and it's a new control net model for SD 1.5 for calculating the depths, and it's working great for interior and also exterior design. So go to manager, install node, search for depths, and this is the name of the control net model that I am using. Control box depths loose control FP16. And for the preprocessing the depths map, I am using depths anything, and the width S14 also can work fine for me, but if I select width L, it can work a little better, but for example it needs about 5 or 6 seconds more for calculating. So if you have a powerful GPU, you can select the width L. Other things are very normal and simple. Here, this is the IP adapter, and I'm using the IP adapter for transferring the style from image input. Okay, and also it's very important. For IP adapter, also I am using the IP adapter plus SD15.SafeTensure model. Again, you can download that from the install models. You can write the name and download the model. And for the clip vision, okay, I am using clip with H14 Lion, and also exactly you can download the clip vision model from the manager. In this node, it's very important to turn on the IP adapter plus, because I am using the plus model. Okay, so if you are using the plus model, don't forget to turn on the IP adapter plus. And one another note is that I'm using this node prepare image for clip vision, because it's trying to fix the size and dimension of my style image, and after that it's trying to send that image for processing with clip vision. For my control net, okay, I'm getting the screenshot from a JPG file. Here, this is a JPG file, and each time it can be in different size. Okay, and sometimes it can make some problem for me if I cannot check the dimension of the image. So there is a very useful node with the name of Pixel Perfect Resolution. You can access this node from ControlNet preprocessors, and here this is the node Pixel Perfect Resolution. This node is helping me to convert width or height. Okay, it's looking to the minimum size of the image to some defined size. For example, if it take an image with the maximum width of 1000 or 2000, it can change the size to 768, anything that you can write here. Or if the height will be the lower value, it will keep this amount as a lower value for the height. This node is very perfect, so I'm trying to use the Pixel Perfect Resolution before starting the preprocessors. You can send the resolution output to your preprocessor's input. Okay, for example, here there is a node, and you can adjust the resolution manually. And if you click the here and convert resolution to input, then you can use output of the resolution of this node to input, and it's working fine. So it's very important for me because it can save my GPU and also processing time. So I did same thing for all of my preprocessors. And also here I have another node, generate resolution from image. From one of the image of my ControlNet models, I'm getting output and sending output to this node, and it will extract the dimension of that image. And exactly I am sending the dimension to an empty latent. So in this case, when I am changing any screenshot with any size, my ControlNet image will be adjusted automatically, and also the output size of my K-sampler will be adjusted automatically. These are the tricks and important parameters that I have in my workflow. One more time, I'm trying to show you all the things one by one. So this is my checkpoint that I am using, Realistic Vision V60. Here I am using the FreeU. I have added the LoRa, LCM, and also SAG, but at this moment they are bypassed, and if you want, you can enable them. But if you want to use the LCM, don't forget to adjust your sampling name also to LCM. But here now they are not active. Here you can see that I have some positive and negative prompts. And this is my ControlNet. I'm using Apply ControlNet Advanced. And also here you can see that the processing will be stopped at before ending the process, for example, because I can adjust the end to the 1, but at this moment I prefer to work with about the 0.84. And yes, there is not any other important parameter. and you can see, and exactly you can design a workflow like this, and yes, it can work for you. Just here I have some notes, excuse me. Okay, here I have some notes about the string of the control net. Sometimes if you want to keep the structure of your screenshot, okay, it's better to adjust the weight and string of the line and normal control net to some high value, for example about 0.6 or 0.7, and change the depth value to, for example, 0.2 or 0.3. But if you want to get some creativity, okay, it's better to keep the line and normal in low value and increase the depth, for example, to something about 808. And also there is another note for IP adapter, for weight of IP adapter. Normally I am trying to use something about 0.8, but there is a tip, because if for example, if you are designing a bedroom and also you are selecting a bedroom of a photo for your style, something like that can work fine. But if you're for example, let me show you, for example, with this flower sample, okay, when I am Q prompt with this flower sample, okay, you can see that it's trying to make some huge flower, okay, and everything is flower in this bedroom, and we cannot see any bedroom in the image, because the concept of this image is completely different by bedroom. And if you change the value, for example, to something about 4 in this case, after that we can see the bedroom, and we can see some color and material and also some painting in similar style to the image. So it's very important, and keep that in your mind. If your subject in your style is completely different, so you have to adjust that. So and yes, there is not any other thing, and this is very simple upscale, okay. And also let me explain to you, for the upscale, again I am using the FreeU. Every time in SD 1.5 I am trying to use the FreeU, and here I used extension with the name of SDXL prompt styler, because I like the prompts of SAI photographic and some other thing, and I have placed my prompt here, and I sent them into some clip text, okay. And let me open these two, okay. These are normal text encoders, and the clip is coming from my main checkpoint, okay. You can see here VAE model and the clip are going out, and here I'm using clip model and also the VAE. Here I used upscale for, okay, for my for doing the upscale, and after that I changed the size with upscale image by with about 0.4. So totally it will increase the size of my image about 1.3 or 1.4x. And yes, it's all. For the case sampler, I am using dpm++2m and the chars. So I think the result could be fine. And if you want, also you can increase the escape by ratio to maximum. The maximum number is 1, and I think the minimum number is 0.3. And yes, actually this workflow can help me a lot in design process, because sometimes I am looking for some idea for lighting and material, so I'm ignoring the depths and I am working with line and normal. But sometimes I need some creativity for interior design. For example, I have a wall that I don't know what should I do with that wall, or where can I place my furnitures or wall arts. So in this case, I'm working with depth control net. Try that, it's amazing. Okay, the final image is ready, and you can see that it's very sharp with high quality texture, details and lighting. One another important thing in my case sampler is about the CFG value, and I found that the CFG number 4 can work for me well, but you can try and test different numbers. So it's all about the workflow. The main thing was load image from path and enabling the watcher, using pixel perfect resolution for finding the best size for your image, and using the get resolution from image for extracting the dimension of my preprocessed image and send them to my latent image, using these IP adapter models and clip vision, adjusting the weight of the control IP adapter, adjusting the strength of the control net, and yes, it's all. I hope you like that, and also if you want, you can share me the result of your works and I'll be happy. See you soon. Bye.